This episode of PoldarkDish is brought to you by the Bee's Knees, British Imports.
Welcome back to another Poldark Dish. I'm Marlise.
And I'm Elyse.
And today we're going to be dishing about Poldark Season 3,
Episode 5.
But first, a little recap. Demelza wants Ross to let the Royalists do their thing.
And not run off and play hero and get his ass whacked.
Ooh, I'd whack his ass like that.
Thank you, ma'am. May I have another?
Bad Ross, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you? Rawr.
Meanwhile, Sweet Caroline is all rainbows and unicorn stickers.
The Royalists will land in France,
Overthrow the Republic,
free the prisoners,
and bring Dr. Delightful home.
pizza cake. Baby Valentine has rickets.
And Wormling is not happy.
And now another episode of As the Worm Turns.
Elizabeth, George.
Our son has rickets.
But he's too young for sport.
Not cricket, you fool, rickets.
But he's not some low-life, chin-swelling commoner.
The doctor thinks he can be cured.
Tell no one. This might affect my ranking in society.
Is that all you think about?
My son will not be called bow-legged.
It's better than short-legged.
How very
shrimpy-legged.
How dare you?
What-legged?
Shut up.
Or
Shut up
I'm
now.
Ross's
People can
baby-legged.
be so cruel.
Or
Take
you're
him
not
away.
Tune in next time to As the Worm Turns.
Lord Falmouth is throwing down a high society rave at Tregarthen.
And Wormlegged wonders how he's going to worm an invite.
Elizabeth suggests he sucks up to Reverend Witless's mom.
But Lady Witless ain't going to give up the golden ticket if Morwenna doesn't marry him. But Morwenna ain't thinking about marrying old Witless.
Because Drake Cakes has brought her toads and toads of love.
But Aunt Aggie tells Morwenna she's got to break it off with Loverboy.
Don't need tarot cards to know that George is going to make the axe fall right on Drake Cakes.
Zaki reports that the conditions in France are a hellhole.
And you know where you stand in a hellhole.
They're rolling dice for the next killing.
There is nothing they can do to help them now.
Or is there, says Ross.
Oh no, he's putting on his Superman cape again.
Ooh. Ross wants to go in and get Dr. Eye Candy himself.
He's gonna grab a ride with the flea,
Scamper over to the prison,
free Dwight,
and bring him home.
Easy peasy, Rocky squeezy. Witless tells Wormlegged that Ross is being considered for Parliament.
But Wormy says ain't no way he's gonna have my vote.
He's got ours.
We want Ross, he's not begging, so much better than George Wormlegged. We want Ross, yes sirree, vote for him for RMP.
Ross tells Aunt Aggie that he's off to France to save the day.
She says hurry back because they're all invited to her bash.
Her super sweet 100th birthday bash.
And you're jumping out of the cake.
I want to see that.
Ross and Demelza share another goodbye.
She can't ask him not to be reckless.
That's like asking him not to be beautiful.
Ross tells Demelza to keep Drake Cakes away from Tranwit.
Why would he go there, she asks.
Seriously, Demelza? Are those double D's bringing down the IQ of all of Cornwall?
Morwenna breaks up with Drake in that I don't really love you.
But I really do.
I'm putting you back in the friend zone.
It's not me.
It's you.
It's a money thing. Drake Cakes is so heartbroken he's crying on Demelza's shoulder.
Demelza says forget that highfalutin bitch and get yourself some purpose.
Ooh, bad advice, double D's.
Ross and his homies head over to Falmouth into France to storm the castle.
Ross, Henchy, Thali, Zaki, two guys with no lines and a bad agent.
Against the whole French army.
Piece of cake. In Falmouth, the guys overhear some Frenchmen arguing over a map.
They realize the Royalist landing is so screwed.
So they're gonna take matters in their own hands.
What a surprise. The women have to distract themselves while the men are away.
So Sweet Caroline invites her BFF to Lord Falmouth's society ball.
For a fact-finding mission.
Prudy delivers a note to Demelza.
Beatty's drinking game!
Boy, Beatty wasn't kidding about the note thing.
I need to find a meeting.
Ross writes that the plans have changed.
They're going with Trent Crum and flying solo.
Judas!
Someone is stowed away on Ross's ship.
It's heartbroken Drake Cakes.
He wants to prove himself. This can't be good.
But he's delicious. That's the dishes. Demelza is breaking the news to Morwenna that Drake Cakes is sailing to France.
Morwenna, your boyfriend has gone off to France. What did you say to him?
What are you jumping down my ass for?
You broke his heart.
Everybody told me to break up with him. Old windbags, the bitch who drinks too much, Sammy 2 Bibles.
And they have a point. The gulf between your stations is too great and our families hate each other. However, should something happen to my brother, this will be on your conscience.
Hey, listen, not for nothing, but you told me to break up with him too.
And you listened to me since when?
So these are the choices: marry me or die in France. Oh,
I'm not
nice
fucking telling
choice.
you what to
Who
do.
the made
You have
you
to
queen
make
of
your own
Cornwall?
decisions.
What
And
the kind of woman are you?
Witless scores an invite to Wormy for the society ball.
But he expects quid pro quo.
And we know what that means.
The Wormligans returned to train with unannounced. What could that mean?
Nothing good for you, young miss. Tom Harry tattles on Ross about the prison break.
But Wormligan is gleeful because this is going to squash any hopes for Ross in Parliament.
Like a scene out of Dunkirk, Ross and his men row ashore in France.
They're going to hide out in the woods and wait till nightfall.
Ross gives them an out because it's not what they signed up for.
But Henshaw says he's all in.
Mining is a risk.
Loving is a risk.
Living is a risk.
Like a scene out of Wizard of Oz.
Ross and his men check out the prison logistics.
How are they ever going to get past the guards?
Ross tells Thali to tie his hands.
Ooh, I'd like to tie his hands.
And Thali gets him in with his ridiculous, drunken, mumbling French.
Oh, très bien, croissant.
Ouvre les portes, entrez!
They make it into the prison.
A little snitch takes them to Hugh Armitage, who then leads them to Dr. Eye Candy.
He can't believe his friends are there to break him out.
He can't abandon his men, they need him.
Armitage says, don't be acting the fool.
Like a scene out of Indiana Jones.
The men break Dr. Eye Candy out of prison.
Ross and Drake jump off a balcony and take down 2 guards.
The French guards chase him down.
Henshaw blows up a door to get them through.
Hinch is hit.
Drake is hit. No!
At the ball, Wormligan's mission is to give Ross a bad rap.
He starts throwing shade about Ross all over the place.
But Lord Falmouth just gives him the Hollywood brush off.
And that makes George see red. You'll be back. Soon you'll see. You'll remember I'm the man to be. In Parliament, I'll serve you well. And Ross Poldark can go straight to hell. And if you don't vote for me, I'll get even, just you wait and see. Mark my words, if I'm not your gent, I will kill the lowly miners. If I'm not in Parliament. Da 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 ya da 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 ya da. Back in France, Ross says he can't leave Henchy behind.
He's my captain and my friend.
Dr. E says nothing can be done for him.
He's dead.
Witless corners Morwenna at the ball.
Tell me, darling, what do you prefer for a honeymoon? Oxford or Bath?
You need a bath.
I take a bath once a month, whether I need it or not.
Oh, pray, sir, do not imagine that.
Oh, but I do imagine you every night. Do my trousers inspire you with anticipation and awe?
No.
Yes.
Wormligan is annoyed that Elizabeth is doing better than he is at the ball.
Chenoweth stroll in where Borleggins fear to tread.
And she didn't even further his cause when she danced the Element with Lord Falmouth.
Once again, George has proven that...
Whoa! Legging! Huh! What is he good for? Absolutely nothing! Whoa! Legging! Huh! What is he good for? Absolutely nothing!
Armitage escapes and catches up to the men.
Drake is in bad shape.
Dr. Eye Candy says if he can't tend to him, he's not going to last long.
Roth has visions of the women.
All blaming him for this mission going tits up.
The men catch up to their ship. It's been waiting for them.
Dr. E begins to wonder.
Why did I make it out and the others didn't?
It's going to be a long road back for Dr. E. The men make it home to Namparaco.
Woo! Dr. E falls to his knees and kisses the ground.
And Morwenna sitting there waiting for Drake cakes.
Just like a spider. Wormligan receives the news that Ross and his crew have arrived home safely, save one.
Surely this will affect Ross's chances in Parliament.
Until he finds out who else Ross saved, and don't call me Shirley.
Only Hugh Armitage.
Who?
The nephew of the very man whose ass he can't quite reach to kiss.
Ross can be a hero blindfolded.
With his arms tied.
Just like we like it.
With scurvy-enhanced looks, Dr. Eye Candy wants Caroline to wait before she sees him.
Too late! She's summoned and at his bedside before he can say, ah!
And the reunion is all oranges and kisses.
And a little scabby. Everyone gathers round for a sad goodbye to Captain Henshaw.
He will be missed.
Hugh Armitage.
Who cleans a modified.
Thanks Ross for saving his life.
Demelza tells him to take full advantage of his liberty.
He says, oh yes, I intend to.
And the Cornwall Cougars will be watching. Oh, what an exciting show!
Oh, the suspense.
Dad, so much to talk about.
But first, a word from our sponsor.
The Bee's Knees British Imports.
The Bee's Knees British Imports, bringing you a taste of Britain from across the pond to Anglophile customers in the US and beyond. Beautiful handmade products from Emma Bridgewater, Burley, and Dunoon, all made in Britain. Take home your own piece of Britain today. PoldarkDish viewers receive 15% off your order. For more information, visit thebeeskneesbritishimports.com. The Bee's Knees British Imports, a piece of Britain in your own home.
Thank you once again to the Bee's Knees British Imports. This is a small company owned by Lucinda Sears
And Donna Biscotti.
and they're both British, now living in America. They run their business out of Massachusetts. They wanted to be able to bring a piece of home to all their Anglophile friends, and I think they've done it beautifully. So thank you once again. Don't forget to check out the Bee's Knees BritishImports.com.
Thank you again for your support. Without it, none of this would be possible.
So let's talk about this action-packed episode.
I was in knots. The
was.
suspense. It was like one of those classic war movies or something,
really
or
was.
skate movies.
Again, it played like a film. The whole prison break was edge of your seat.
Yeah,
excitement.
and then you're back and forth between that and the serenity of the ball.
And the ball.
Yeah.
I know, it was amazing. But I gotta tell you, hats off to Luke Norris in all the prison scenes because really he showed his acting chops. I mean, I know we kid you about being Dr. Eye Candy, and you are, but really showed him amazing, amazing work in these scenes in the prison.
Captain Henshaw dying.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, he was such a lovely character, and you're finally getting to know him.
I know, and
And-
isn't it funny? You don't realize how much you love and are going to miss a character until he's gone.
Yeah, but that was done really well too when they were pulling him out of there, and it was all crazy.
Oh,
and-
the dream sequence
Yes.
with Ross.
Oh yeah.
Having to answer to the women back home.
And then he had him looking really rough when he was talking about what a reprehensible
And
human being he
Aidan
was.
Turner, the intensity
Yeah.
in his eyes was just amazing
These
during the
seem
dream
to be
sequence.
the kind of things that the men shine at. This,
Yes.
and
Really
the
great
women
stuff.
are more of the tender moments. So you
Yes.
really see them. You see the truth in their performances
Yes,
during that. And the
come out.
men, when they're really fighting, that's
Really
when you
great. The whole
bring
thing played
something
like
out
a
of
film
them.
for us. We absolutely loved it. And now Dr. Eye Candy is back in Cornwall, and I
Yeah.
think he's going to suffer from some PTSD. What do you think?
Yeah, he's got to be messed up from what he's seen. And they already had him dealing with the guilt about why am I here and
Yes,
they're not.
So there's a
And-
little foreshadowing there.
On the other hand, Hugh Armitage looks like he's ready for action.
Hugh Armitage, Mr. Burberry. Yes.
He does look good cleaned up,
Looking
though.
nice, yeah. It kind of reminds me of like a Mr. Bingley character, or definitely belongs in a Jane Austen film, just saying.
Wait and see.
So looking forward to seeing more of him. I've heard rumors of that character
Yeah,
and what happened.
let's just hold off on this because we don't know
I
yet.
don't know.
We don't want to spoil anything for
Naughty,
anybody,
naughty.
even though I don't really know what's going on, but I know something's going to go on.
Anyway, kudos to everyone on a brilliant, brilliant episode. And we want to thank our viewers once again for tuning in. The views from last week blew us away. We
Yeah.
started getting like amazing numbers within the first 24 hours of the show launching.
I get a little verklempt.
We were, and all the comments, you guys are making the most amazing comments. And again, we absolutely love hearing where you're from. So we're going to start something new this week. We'd like to read some of your comments and tweets because we think they're fantastic. And along with that, we're going to start a new giveaway.
Ooh.
So what we're going to do is anyone that has left us a comment on our YouTube or tweeted us at Anglophile TV or PoldarkDish, or left a comment on our Facebook page, PoldarkDish Facebook page, we are going to put your names in a hat and start drawing for some really cool prizes. For instance, this autographed Poldark coloring book, autographed by Aidan Turner. He did this for us when we were on the set.
Not only once, twice.
But twice. We couldn't stop him from signing things. He was signing
He
everything.
touched all over it.
He wouldn't stop autographing things for
He
us.
was really, really kind to
He
us.
was a doll. We didn't even ask for this stuff. He came out of his trailer holding a pile of items and just really cute to say, hope you like it.
with that
And
grin,
It was, books and DVDs and the coloring book and the calendar, which is now a little late, but I'm sure you won't mind having the calendar because it's signed.
It's not like you were going to rip pages out of that one.
So many things to give away. So all you have to do is leave a comment on our video, leave a comment on Twitter,
On Facebook or on YouTube.
yeah, anywhere, and we will put your name in a hat and we will start drawing next week, episode 6. So welcome to our new segment, Comments and Tweets.
Yay!
Are you ready to read some?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, our first one says, Fab, 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 all the way from South Africa. Just loved the Demelza song. Thank you. That's from Irma Jephthus.
Speaking of the Demelza song, Lori M. commented, warning, no drinking while watching the ladies. Choked twice before I wised up. The Demelza song and George the 45-second wonder. Too damn funny. Always a pleasure watching.
Okay, I have another one from Cynthia Arnold. I loved the song. Nice singing voices, ladies. Isn't that
thank
sweet?
you.
Keep the show tunes. I love As the Worm Turns. Hello from Bologna Town, Pennsylvania.
But we've heard from Argentina. We've heard from an American
All
watching
over
in
Europe.
Turkey.
Yes.
All over Europe. All over the United States.
Spain. It's just been really exciting to see
Yeah.
how far-reaching our little show has gotten.
I
Thank you
want
so
to
much.
visit everybody and give you hugs. Thank you.
We have time for one more?
Sure. MGD28 writes, as the worm turns and the Real Housewives had me rolling off the floor. Looking forward to watching next week's dish.
And that's
Thank
what
you.
we love. We love that you guys mention
The ones you
bits.
like. So then we'll do more of that
Well,
stuff.
absolutely. So thank you so much for pinpointing the things that you
Yeah.
like in the show. Thank you all once again for watching us. Don't forget to join us again next week and tell a friend, bring everybody to the party, and follow us on Twitter at Anglophile TV and at PoldarkDish.
Please subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Marlise.
And I'm Elyse.
And we're the
The
Poldark
Poldark
Dish. Rawr.